And welcome everyone to another episode of the DuPage Run and Shoot. We have moved locations in the house because my Wi-Fi in my man cave seems to be a little shitty at times. So we're in a different part of the house right now as we are recording the Run and Shoot. It is episode 7. I cannot believe it is episode 7 as we hit October. We got our buddy Matt Lauterbach on the show. Matt, what's going on?
Not much, Pat. I can't believe it's already playoff time for IHSA football is almost here. It's
I
just a
know,
couple weeks.
dude.
It's this whole year's just gone by so quick. We said it so many times, and again, I can't help but saying it again. But love the new location for you. Great. This is so much like AJ Hawk's background on the Pat McAfee show.
Exactly. No, he's got a pretty dope background.
Yeah, he's got a pretty dope background. I see where you get your notes from.
Before we get to week 7, Matt, let's recap week 6. We're going to start with Naperville North winning an offensive shootout 38-33 over Lincoln Way West. Holy shit.
God, this was just an insane back and forth game, and North was down by double digits to start this one when I saw the highlight of it the next morning. And this game again won me over with Jacob Bell. We talked about it last week. What version of Jacob Bell were we going to get? And we got the good version of it. And I can safely say I'm very excited to be working the Naperville North game on Friday night.
Oh, we're going to touch on that game soon because we actually have that as a game of the week. Because sure, Neek was 1-5, but that's a dangerous 1-5 record, which we will touch on. Later. But yeah, you're talking about Jacob Bell, 390 yards, 5 touchdowns, dropping them in the hands of Quentin Morris and Chico Thomas. My goodness, what those guys made some fantastic plays.
Yeah, they make some outstanding plays, and Jacob Bell is able to fit them right in the perfect spot at the perfect moment. You know, and you got Brock Pettaway there too. Brock Pettaway's he's no slow.
Nope.
He's no scrub. He can play as well. So
not even Nick Monza. I can't even say his fucking name. I can't even say his last name right, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I'm very excited to be working the North game at Naperville North on Friday night because I've been seeing so much of highlights of what Jacob Bell's been capable of this year, and I get to experience that in person.
Yep. Next game, Bennett Academy is playoff eligible for the first time since 2019 with the 49-30 win over St. Patrick. Woo!
So
Bennett needed some offense in this one too.
yeah, they needed some offense in this one here. I didn't really have the biggest hopes for them after losing to Mount Carmel a couple weeks ago, but they came out here on the road and took care of business, and that Red Wing offense was flying high for that entire game, and that was great to see.
Oh, it looks impressive with Kubaki, Radgowski, the Luke boys of Luke Doyle and Luke Wilds. I mean, well, that's pretty much the Bennett offense this year with those four guys. Those are the four big names
Yeah,
that are making a
yeah,
big impact for Bennett Academy.
yeah, the big four right there. That's been their offensive recipe, and they've done a good job of making it work this year. So
Though players like O'Rourke and Walsh have been making some big plays as well for Bennett.
they have also been some key additions as well. And this Red Wing team, again, don't sleep on them on defense entirely. They've been pretty stingy on defense too for
Yeah,
most of the
their
season.
defense is not bad, which is what they're going to need because their defense has taken some big blows these past few years, like, at least against good teams.
Yeah, I mean, against Mount Carmel, they were nothing special, but
Yeah,
really that's been their only rough outing on defense this whole year. So
right. We'll see how the defense does in the next couple of games coming up because these next three games for Bennett ain't easy.
no, they ain't, but hey, they got it done now. They're playoff eligible. Now they can kind of rest easy a little bit.
Yep. Next game, Naperville Central 31, Lockport 21. Naperville Central is 6-0 for the first time since 2001, though they did take a few hits last week against Lockport. You lose Aaron Nussbaum to a knee injury. Aiden Clark didn't play because of a torn PCL. So
And
we'll see
what's the
his.
timeline for return for Aiden Clark?
It is it's up in the air right now. I was actually at their practice earlier this week because I'm doing a story this week on Sebastian Hayes. They said at earliest Sandberg,
Okay.
at latest round one of the playoffs.
Okay, so more than likely he could be ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. From earliest Sandberg, latest round one of the playoffs.
Okay.
He's coming
Uh
back. You know, he's coming back. He's coming back.
yeah, he's coming back, but I mean, again, I got to give Sebastian Hayes and the central offense a bit of credit because even without their, I mean, one could argue that Aiden Clark is in some ways like Saquon Barkley. He is the
It
offense.
shows. It
It
shows in
it
some
shows
games,
it
but
shows in some games, but you got to give Sebastian Hayes credit that for stepping up and fighting
yes.
through and coming back after that injury. I mean, he he put the offense on his back for the most part against Lockport and managed to make it work. And that was a revenge game right there because we talked about it. That was a game that the Red Hawks lost in overtime to last year against the
Yep.
Porters. So this was one they had circled on their
Yep.
calendar, and they went on the road and they got it done.
Sebastian Hayes has been getting comfortable and comfortable as the years goes on, which you need because like football's a full team effort. You always can't rely on one guy. So it was
No,
good to see other guys step up. Hayes had 214 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Like I said, you lose Aaron Nussbaum with the knee injury, but as they always say, next man up. Last week too, you had Gavin Wade play a big role in the backfield. He had a big 50-yard run, caught a touchdown pass.
yeah.
Though he also got hurt. I saw him talking to the trainers and with his parents after the game. I was like,
Oh God, yeah. So they're taking a couple hits on run game.
run game and defense. You lose two of your key defensive
Yeah.
players for now. For
For
now.
now, for
There's
now,
there's nothing saying that it's season injury between the two. There's
no.
nothing saying that it's season injury for Nussbaum and Gavin Wade. We'll see when they're back. Gavin Wade's timeline, possibly round two of the playoffs. I mean,
Well,
we'll see.
yeah,
Nussbaum to be determined. But as they
yeah,
always say, Matt, next man up, and Naperville Central's got themselves a good depth. I won't be
yeah,
surprised if they bring up any sophomores. Their sophomore team's off to an undefeated start. They got some good
yeah,
sophomores. And if Ulrich wants to pull up some sophomores, they're gonna do that. The Nussbaum twins, Connor Sands,
yeah,
Daniel Conway, Nick Zabilat, and Gavin Wade. They all were pulled up as sophomores and they played. They played as
yeah.
sophomores.
Well, again, they played as sophomores, but you got to wonder how this sophomore team will do against some very feisty juniors and seniors that they go up against on the field.
Exactly.
It's not going to be easy.
Nope.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I think with the depth that the Redhawks have on that football team at all levels, they can develop at some point in time. But again, I'm not entirely concerned about it because it seems like some
Nope.
of these guys will be ready for the playoffs. So
Yes, they will.
I'm not
Yeah.
concerned about it.
Yeah. Aiden Clark will for sure be ready for the playoffs. Gavin Wade, possibly round two. Aaron Nussbaum to be determined. But as they always say, next man up. And a lot of people are, a lot of people are pulled the at what cost card. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Not all football teams are going to be healthy. Look at fucking Lincoln Way East. They lost their main running back week one, and their backup fucking goes off for
Yeah,
200 yards.
their backup
Next
is
man
yeah,
up.
again, yeah, next man up. So
Next man up.
next
And it looks, and for Central, I mean, they should be, these injuries could have not come, like, these injuries, bad timing in the season. But your opponent this week is also Mattia Valley. So a good chance to rest up some of those banged up players. Like if there's some players who are banged up,
yeah.
don't play them. Don't play them. Do not risk injury.
Yeah, again, and they're 6-0. They go up against the Mustangs who again have really came crashing back down to earth
Yeah.
after winning week
Rest
two.
your
So
starters before you play Sandberg next week. Rest your starters because Sandberg's not going to be an easy game.
no,
Rest your starters. I will not be surprised if I see Jalen Isom in the backfield. The games he's come in, when the games are out of hand, he's looked really impressive. Jackson
yeah.
Pitlack's a name to look out for coming out from the sophomores. Central
Mhm.
is fine. Central is fine.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
also gives Coach Ulrich a chance to mix
Yeah.
up the plays and stuff.
Yeah, it
And when
does.
Central won the state championship in 2013, they lost some key guys during the season as well, all
Yeah.
because of that next man up mentality.
Yep, that's just how it is. That's how it is in football.
That's football.
You gotta
Injuries happen. You don't
and
want injuries to happen, but
but
why got the next man up?
you
And
gotta be
Central's
ready
got a
for it to
good
happen.
depth.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for it to happen and you
Yep.
gotta have that depth ready.
Yep. So I would not be worried about Naperville Central for those who are writing them off right now because these injuries are completely crazy because the Red Hawks, they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They will be fine.
Yep. Next one. Oh, boy. Homewood Flossmoor, 54, Mattia Valley 6. Our new reporter, Otis, had himself an interesting game. He was the one doing that, and, well, new week, same shit for Mattia.
Yeah.
No, their
I,
schedule's not favorable either.
no, their schedule's not favorable either, but I mean, after they beat Plainfield Central week 2, I thought they would have put up a lot more of an effort than what we've been getting out of them the past couple weeks. I really
Yeah, no,
did.
it just has not shown. I mean,
No.
they have great players, but the problem at Mattia, and this has been like this for a while, are the numbers. They just can't get numbers.
No, they just
I
cannot get
remember
numbers.
I remember the strong 2021 year they had. You had your quarterback going both ways.
Mm,
I respect the fact that he's a good athlete, but your quarterback should not be going both ways. I'm sorry.
no, no, he shouldn't. So I don't know. That Mustangs still have a long way to go, but I mean, hey, we still can already say that this year's better than last year for them.
Exactly. Next one, Normal West 21, Wabanzi Valley 7. Okay, Wabanzi Valley's been sort of a bipolar team this year.
They've been very bipolar. I've been concerned about them on offense quite a bit this year.
Yeah, their
And
offense hasn't really been impressive. Their defense
no,
isn't bad, but their
uh,
offense has just not been that impressive.
no, they haven't been that impressive on offense. So I don't know. I really don't know about them going forward, but I still have a lot of faith in their coach that eventually down the line he can get things going in the right direction for them.
Exactly. And well, Wabanzi's got some favorable games coming up. They got DeKalb, Lincoln
Yeah.
Way Central, and Mattia. So all
Yeah.
Wabanzi has to do is win the next 2 out of 3, and you're playoff eligible.
And they can easily do that against teams like DeKalb and Mattia Valley.
Exactly. Lincoln Way Central, maybe.
Lincoln Way Central, that's going to be a toss-up. I see more
If they
than it
get that
is.
win, that would actually be good for them.
Yeah, that would be pretty good for them
Because
going
five
forward.
wins, means you're playoff eligible, but that doesn't mean you're going to get in.
I mean, hey, they win two of the next three. You're in automatically, and
Exactly.
uh,
We'll see what happens, though.
yeah, definitely.
Next one, Downers Grove North, 35, York, 14. First big test of the year passed for Downers Grove North. Okay.
Yeah, this game that they put on Friday night really kind of won me over with them. Truly did.
Yeah, I think they won a lot of
Yeah.
people over and stuff right now. I mean,
Yep.
yes, they were undefeated coming into it, but they really haven't played anybody strong. So this was a good first test, and they passed that test
Yeah, they
in
absolutely passed.
dominating fashion too. My God, I mean, well, it's funny too. Duke scored the first touchdown of the game. Quinlan Hughes scooped up a fumble. Well, excuse me, Quinlan Hughes scooped up a fumble and scored a touchdown after the quarterback Bruto Massa fumbled.
Mm.
Then Downers Grove North tied the game and then scored 14 straight to make it 21-7 at the half. So it looked to be a defensive battle, quickly evaporated late in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, it was you wouldn't know it looking at the scoreboard there, but hey, the Trojans, they they were ready for this one here and
Owen Lansu
they
passed for 246 yards in the last three quarters. Jake Gregorio, the running back, with the touchdowns for the Trojans.
yeah, that
Yeah, Downers
that-
Grove North passed a big test, but they got
yep,
more big tests coming up though. So
they got plenty of them, but I mean they're number 3 ranked in IHSA football for a reason, and it's for wins like this.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, I don't know which ranking website to trust, but I'm just gonna trust the IHSA AP poll. We'll put it there.
Yeah. Hey, Sloche officials also pretty reliable too. They're pretty
Yeah,
good.
so Shay, yeah, I'm taking a look at the IHSA football AP polls. They're currently number one right now in 7A.
Okay, yeah, in 7A, but yeah, overall in IHSA football they are number 3.
Yeah, but in IHSA, yeah, but 7A is fucking loaded this year. I mean, you got Downers Grove North, Quincy, Mount Carmel, Batavia, St. Charles North, Norwood Community, Edwardsville, St. Rita, Brother Rice, and Bradley Bourbonnais.
Ah,
Those are
that's
9 pretty damn good football teams.
yeah, yeah, those are 9 teams you cannot sleep on any given week.
Naperville Central's been slowly climbing up in the rankings. Okay.
Hey, as they should be.
They're currently number 2 in the class in the IHSA Class 8A AP polls.
Hey, as they should be. I mean, they're 6-0. Yeah, they've beaten some easy teams, but they've also gone on the road like they have against Lockport or taken care of teams such as Lincoln Way uh Central,
Yeah, I
Lincoln Way
was just gonna
West.
say some of the key wins they had this year to be up there is Lockport, Lincoln Way West, and Naperville North.
Exactly.
The
They've had
3 good wins. You got Central up there. No surprise, Lincoln Way East is 1. Oswego is 3 after their impressive season.
Yep.
Um, we'll see what kind of Oswego team we get in the playoffs because the Southwest Prairie Conference in general is
Yeah, they're
not the strongest in the states.
as a former student in that conference, yeah,
Yeah.
I can say with
You
confidence
got
about
Fremd
them.
at 4, Marist at 5, Loyola at 6, Lions at 7, Barrington at 8, York at 9, Sandburg at 10. Again, this is from the IHSA Football AP Class 8A polls. 8A Class AP.
Mm,
But yes,
mm.
those are them right now. But no, back to Downers Grove North. Yes, they've been looking really impressive all year, all season. I mean, Owen Lansing just continues to light it up.
Yeah, he's I'm really interested to see what he does in the future. He's going to be something special going forward, and he's putting on a
Exactly.
hell of a show.
Yep. Next one, Downers Grove South has slowly waken up. 31-28 over Hinsdale South. A shootout the whole way.
Yeah, this had to be a fun one to be at if you were at that game.
Dominic
Uh,
West was popping the popcorn all over the place, scoring all the touchdowns for the Mustangs.
yeah, the Mustangs that we don't cover in the blue and black, looking very good here in this one.
And
Hinsdale South,
Hinsdale South is letting some of these issues continue to get to them. They haven't
yeah,
learned their lesson from games they let slip away last year.
yeah,
That's 2 games you let slip away from you this year. You let Addison Trail slip away, and you let Downers Grove South slip away.
And that's why they are probably not going to be playoff eligible at the
Currently
season's end.
sitting at 2-4 right now, and oh boy, it's not
Uh,
looking good.
yeah, one more of what the first letter of my last name is, and you're done.
Exactly. And we've had seen 4 and 5 teams get into the playoffs, but it all
Mm,
really depends on your scheduling and stuff.
yeah. But it's not like they haven't
Some
had
some
a,
4 and 5 teams getting in has its pros and cons. One of the biggest one that actually pissed off a lot of parents last year, and you probably remember that, Nazareth Academy getting in at 4 and 5. And 5A, they win the whole fucking thing.
yeah, yeah, that was I do remember hearing about that, but
Well, their
again,
schedule was just loaded that year, and also depends on your schedule too.
yeah. But again, it's not like Hinsdale South has had a completely difficult schedule. They just let a lot of
No,
these games slip from them. I
you
mean,
your
these
defense was
were
a no, your defense was a no show against Wakanda after your offense put up a great performance, losing 44-34. You
yeah,
let Addison Trail get away, you let Downers Grove South get away. So yeah, those are you at least let 2 of those 3 games get away. Like if you win those two of those 3 games, you're flipped to 4-2. But now you're
yeah.
2-4 fighting for your playoff lives.
Have to really look at
Playoffs
that.
start playoffs start this week for some teams.
It does. Have to
Playoffs
really
have
look.
already started for some teams, but this is a big one coming up.
Yeah, you have to really look at that Hornet defense and start to
Yep.
criticize them a little bit.
Yep. Next one, Willowbrook, 51. Proviso East, 0. Willowbrook is 3-3 right now.
Willowbrook has woken up. They've really come to play these past couple weeks.
Yep. Another team that has woken up. Glenbard West, 35. Hinsdale Central, 14. Oh
Uh,
boy.
yeah, this is not a good win for you Red Devils right here.
Yeah,
This
this
brings
is
you really
nuts.
back. This is really bringing them back down to earth in a big way
Yep.
here.
Yeah. I mean, Oriental for Tayon Oriental for Glenbard West was back, had a big game, ran for a touchdown. He even passed for one too. How about that? A running back.
Wow, don't see that every day.
Yep. But no, I mean, good win for Glenbard West. They've had a rough year. They're 2-4. Do I see them making the playoffs? No, but they can at least finish the season on a high note.
Yeah, they could definitely play a spoiler for some other teams trying to fight their way into the playoffs. They definitely can.
Exactly. The Hilltoppers had 254 rushing yards as a team.
God, you cannot give that up if you're the Red Devils.
Yep.
Cannot allow that number on you.
Exactly. Next game, Addison Trail 28, Proviso West 8. Addison Trail is playoff eligible for a second straight season. Let's go, Blazers.
Let's go, Blazers. You guys
Yep.
looking really good here.
Next one, big game of the Duquesne Conference. Lake Park 29, Glenbar North 21.
Oh,
Oh boy, this was a
uh,
fucking shootout,
and
man.
I think we picked against the Lancers last
We
week.
did. I think we did.
Uh,
Fuck.
we we both did. Sorry, sorry, Lake Park. I know you probably watched this show again and just had both of us picking against you guys just
One
in
of
some
y'all's probably going to
situations.
release your inner Deion Sanders and say, we keep receipts.
Hey, as a lot of people who play IHSA football that watch this show should. I mean,
Oh yeah,
anytime
no,
you get that
they
on
keep
them, you should
receipts.
keep.
They keep receipts. Everyone nowadays keeps receipts with how popular social media is.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, with how popular it is and how many people probably want come
How
across the
people,
show.
how people, how people can easily just show shit.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yep, yeah. It's so easy to pick up receipts on it, but
Yep.
hey, kudos to you Lancers out there. You
Yeah.
guys let a few games slip away from you, but you didn't do it last week.
It was a shootout. It was Lake Park's passing game against Glenbar North's running game. Glenbar North's first touchdown of the game came after a 9-minute drive
Oh,
in the first half.
that's a ball buster right there.
Glenbar North is known to run the football. Like I said, it was Lake Park's passing game against Glenbar North's running
Mm,
game. And I give credit to both teams. Both
mhm.
teams did what they could, but obviously someone had to come out as a winner, and that was Lake Park, and I'm happy for them.
So am I. So am I.
Yep. Glenbar North, though, is in some trouble right now. That loss puts them at 2-4 right now.
Yeah, that's a
So
pretty
Glenbar
crippling.
North, you started 2-0 thinking, oh yeah, and then you let Well, this is a backbreaker right here because St. Charles East 40-7, Wheaton South 31-0, Geneva 38-12. Which Geneva, we got some words for you by the way later in the show.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not giving you receipts on this one, Geneva, because
Oh
this is
yeah, we've got some shit saved. Y'all
yeah,
think
we got
y'all
some
think
receipts for you.
y'all think you can get away just posting shit in your story? Yeah, you should know what screen recording is. But yeah, but this one for Glenbar North, yeah, this one is just a complete backbreaker.
Yeah, this is
Now your
not good.
schedule just gets completely insane from now on. St. Charles North, Wheaton North, and Batavia.
That's not the kind of way you want to go in with the end of your schedule right there. I
For
mean,
Glenbar North, though, they went 0-9 last year, so they're already doing better than last season.
they're more competitive. They're more competitive, and they should have had a couple more wins than what they have, but they're on the right path.
Yep, exactly. But good win for Lake Park, much needed win.
Definitely.
Next one, big one. Wheaton South 31, Wheaton North 6.
This is what the Tigers needed to do right here.
Yeah, they were clearly pissed off after that St. Charles North game.
As they should be. I mean,
Yeah,
that's another
they
winnable.
definitely had a great week of practice and took it to Wheaton North. Big time
Uh,
statement for the Tigers.
yes, big time statement for them. And yeah, they should have been going in that game pissed off, and they should have taken it on Wheaton North, who's gotten by through the skin of their teeth in a lot of their wins this year.
Exactly. That win for Wheaton Warrenville South puts them at 3-3 on the year. Both Wheaton South and Wheaton North are 3-3. So Wheaton South needs two more wins to make the playoffs, and it's very possible. You got Lake Park, Batavia, and St. Charles East.
Yeah, two of those games right there, I can definitely see being wins.
Yep, and for Wheaton North, they're 3-3. Their schedule, well, same thing. They got Geneva, Glenbar North, and Lake Park.
Yeah, that's I don't know about that. I mean, two of those games again could be easy, but I don't know. We in North, they've had a lot of close games this year that have really just been
Exactly.
miraculous comebacks.
Yep. But good for Wheaton South to get that win because they needed that in the worst way possible.
Exactly.
Next one, Glenbard East, 48, Fenton, 14. Rams are playoff eligible.
All right, let's go Rams.
21 unanswered second half points blew the floodgate open.
That's how you do it right there. That's how you make yourself look playoff eligible right there.
Next one. Oh, next one. West Chicago, 52. Elmwood Park, 14. West Chicago, 4-2.
You're one
One
win
win
away,
away from being
boys.
playoff
You're
eligible.
one win away, boys. You're right there. You're right there. You
You're
just
right
need
there.
to win one more. Do
You're
it.
right there. You're right there. But taking a look at their schedule, we're going to preview one of these matchups coming up. But
Pretty tough.
maybe one or two of these games is pretty winnable.
All right.
We just
Hey,
got to
all
see
they
which West Chicago team shows up.
they just need one more. All they need is one
Yep.
more, and they'll be fine.
Next one, Riverside Brookfield, 26. Glenbard South, 21. Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's oh boy's right. Uh,
Glenbard South. They were rolling and then took a big hit.
yeah, this is not what they needed right here at all against
Yeah.
Riverside Brookfield.
Yeah, that's big for Riverside Brookfield because that puts them at 3-3 on the season.
Hey, they're right there. They're right back in the thick of things.
Yep. This was not a loss that Glenbard South needed, but good for Riverside Brookfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Bartlett is getting hot. 48-2 over East Aurora.
48-2 over East Aurora. Wow. That's that's pretty damn good right there.
Well, we all remember East Aurora used to be really bad back in the day, and I mean really bad.
Yeah, they used to be really bad. They have a nice stadium. I've been their stadium before for soccer.
Oh yeah, no,
Nice,
I've been there for soccer too. Really nice stadium.
nice stadium, but yeah, just a
Just be on
horrible
the lookout
team.
for those soccer balls at that stadium.
Yeah, horrible team
Our
on display.
our poor coworker Anthony was in a wrong place, wrong time situation. His camera nearly got wiped out. You remember that, right?
Oh yeah, no, I remember hearing about that
Yeah, and
story.
he was filming from the fucking. He was not at fault. He was just filming in the balcony, and then the soccer ball just came so aggressive, it literally just wiped out the front of the camera. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh God, yeah, that. Yep, I filmed at that stadium before. It is somewhat dangerous filming on those balconies with how close you are to the field.
Oh yeah, but I like that. You get shit. You maybe get some shade too at least. So you're at least blocking the sun.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Yep. Next one, Montini woke up last week, 34-16 over Carmel. But yeah, no, good win for Montini. They were controlling the game up 21-3. Sure, Carmel scored a touchdown to make it 20-10, but Montini just kept bringing the fire.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. Whenever someone tries to get back, you just got to keep bringing it. Just got to
Yep.
keep it up.
Next one. St. Francis 21, IC 13. St. Francis definitely played pissed off and got the win.
Uh, as they should. I mean, they got screwed over by the refs big time. So yeah, you should be playing pissed off and with a chip on your shoulder in this one. So kudos to them Spartans right there. They needed to do what they needed to do in that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Spartans needed it. 21-13, big win for the Spartans. Huge. And
Hmm.
then a couple games, and we'll just say next. Wheaton Academy 41, Bishop McNamara 0. We're sorry, Wheaton Academy, we forgot to mention you last week, but keep doing your thing.
Yep.
Westmont loses to Pearl City Eastland 54-8. And then Streeter beats Lyle 41-14. So, yeah.
Yep. And we got to get into one other game though that we kind of previewed a bit earlier, Pat. This was a big one.
Which one?
Geneva and Batavia.
That's exactly where I'm hop. You jump. You read my mind, Max. That's where we're going to right now. I just said games of the week. Geneva 30, Batavia 7. All right. Let me start off by saying good win for Geneva. They've been owned by Batavia for a long time. Nice 30-7 win on Batavia's home turf. Always, nice to get a big win on someone's home turf. And then we saw the post-game handshakes. Taylor. Okay, yes, you're good. You're a star wide receiver going to Georgia. What in God's fuck are you doing whipping players with a little band or whatever the fuck you were using? Those post-game handshakes.
This is really it's just like complete diva like behavior here. Uh, I I know you're a good player, and I know you're going to Georgia. I have no doubt that you are a great player, but let me just, yeah,
What the fuck is this, dude? Hope everyone can see this.
I can kind of make out what it is there. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
yeah. Taylor Taylor
everyone
had a
saw the
little.
video.
Taylor Taylor had a little wristband whipping or band or towel, whatever the hell he had.
Yeah,
He had
he
something
looked
whipping.
like
Yeah,
he turned his towel into a whip. I've seen it before.
yeah.
And he
Why?
just,
Why?
I look, dude, I get it. I understand this is a big rivalry game, but you don't do that at
I
the
get
end
it, and it
of
was a pretty big rivalry game as well. I mean, sure, you haven't beaten them in a long time, but dude, show some class.
show some fucking respect right there.
You think just because you posted on your Instagram story, people are like, oh, that'll be out. You have over 7,000 followers on your Instagram. 3,000 saw that. Not only that, too,
yeah,
people can screen record shit nowadays. I
and
was one of those that screen recorded it, buddy.
that's
I don't care what you say. You fucked up.
yeah, that's not a good look for you. I'm sorry. I know this is a
So
game that means
That's why I give all respect to Batavia. They're blue collar as fuck.
yeah, exactly. Batavia, I've been in that town before. It's pretty decent town to be in. And Geneva, I understand that this is a big rivalry game for you. I understand that you went in with a chip on your shoulder. You probably had this on your two win list, but come on, you don't do that at the end of the game. And you don't even post it on your story. Like that's you're just gonna piss off a bunch of people by doing
People
that.
can still view your shit on their story. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it may not be on it may not be on Instagram, but a fuck ton of people just saw that.
Yeah, and the problem is the wrong person will see that and will do something potentially that they shouldn't. And you know, the
And you
problem
only
is
had 55 yards receiving in the game and a touchdown. Okay, what's that to be excited
like
about?
yeah, that's decent, but come on, it's not like you were like running circles around them the whole game. But what makes this even worse is that he's going to Georgia. And I guarantee you, Pat, that there's people at
Georgia's
Georgia.
already got their problems.
Yeah, I guarantee you that there's people at Georgia that he follows on Instagram already that see this and they see what he's posting. And this is not a good look for him going into
No,
Georgia next year. It really isn't.
exactly. The
And
man.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, buddy.
You got to make better choices, man.
Yeah,
Like this isn't. You're not playing football in what's a good way to pronounce this? You're not playing football in the 80s. Let's just put it
no,
there.
no, this is 2024. Everyone, you put that shit. I doing
Everybody is seeing everybody is watching you. Everybody sees it.
yeah. I mean,
As my uncle always says, no matter where you are, you're always on camera.
doing the post game thing at the end of the game, that's one thing. But going as far to put it on social media, that's zero class, zero respect right there. You got to be better than that, man. You cannot stoop to that level and just
Yeah.
be putting that shit out there. And I'm sorry, but I know you may see this, may think that we're wrong, but now I feel one day you're gonna look back on this and feel like I shouldn't have done that, and I hope that happens to you sooner rather than later.
Teenagers are going to live and learn, dude.
Yeah,
That's basically how it
that's
is. Teenagers got to live and learn. I mean, we've done some
that's
stupid shit, but social
yeah.
media wasn't as popular as it was when we were teenagers.
No, no. Well, when you were a teenager, it probably wasn't. When I was
Yeah,
a
when I was a
teenager,
teenager, social media wasn't as popular.
yeah,
Nowadays, you
yeah.
got you got 14-year-olds with these nowadays.
Yeah, and that
When they
just
shouldn't have these.
yeah, it just gives them some of the wrong ideas, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And
I will give credit
clearly,
though to your quarterback for throwing 4 touchdowns in that game. Very good. Again, impressive performance by Geneva, but some of y'all need to make better decisions.
yeah, you got to be better with cell phones, and I hope Geneva's coach addressed that to the whole team at the end of that game or afterwards.
Exactly.
That's not
You just
okay.
got to make smarter decisions after the game. Yes, you won. Yes, it's a big game. Yes, you beat fucking Batavia. It's always hard to beat Batavia, but
Mm,
you can't do that shit.
can't do that. You got to be better than that. Got to be
Yep.
better than that.
Yep. Batavia, they're going to be coming. They're coming ready to play for their next game. Where Geneva, they're just going to keep.
Yeah,
Again, somebody is going to beat. Somebody saw that and they're ready to beat Geneva.
yeah. The wrong person will see that and will do something that they shouldn't.
Yeah, we won't do any. We won't do anything.
All we do is just speculate and just
We're just
say what
giving
happened.
you. We're just giving you some hard advice, man. That's it. We're just giving you some hard advice. Don't do that shit.
Yep, just take it
Just
as
giving you some hard advice, helping you out because don't be like fucking Baker Mayfield from 2017 against Kansas. Against Kansas too.
Oh God, Baker. I'm glad he's matured now because he was
Yeah, for
really
sure.
wild back then.
And I hope Taylor matures as well after that because that was a no-no.
Yeah, I hope he learns the easy way.
Geneva improves to 6-0, but show some more class.
Exactly. Exactly.
Next one. Farmington 26, Macomb 20. The Farmers did it. They were down
Fuck.
14 to nothing though, but they went on a 20-14 run. The Bombers scored a touchdown. The Farmers blocked the extra point. Overtime came. The game-winning touchdown for Farmington was scored by Lane Wheelwright. Fucking love that name, Lane Wheelwright.
Well, the Farmers lane real right. He did it. The
Lane Wheelwright scores the
Farmers.
touchdown. Their defense had to come out in overtime, though. Jack Ronwold, with the pick to end it for the Farmers.
For the Farmers.
That they're 6-0 now in the year. Great game.
Okay, they needed this. They needed
Yep.
it as well.
Next one, Normal 44, Bloomington 14. Oh boy.
Mm, 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 mm.
Normal
Yikes.
continues to own their next door neighbor.
Yeah, this was yep. We talked about some turning of pages with Geneva and Batavia. This was more the same out of this game.
Yep. Yep. No, Normal was up though 21-14. So Bloomington had a shot, but then Normal just blew it up.
Yeah, let them get away. Can't do that.
Yeah, Matt. Going to our week 7 DuPage games of the week. First one, Neuqua Valley versus Naperville North.
I will be working this game.
Yep.
So any of
Ladies and
you out,
gentlemen, let me just say this right now. Naperville North will not destroy Neuqua Valley.
oh,
Neuqua Valley is a dangerous 1-5 team, mainly
okay,
because of their unfavorable schedule. Oswego,
I
Minooka,
agree with
Lockport,
that.
uh, um, Holman
Lincoln Way
Flossmoor,
East.
Lincoln Way East.
I
Five
second
really
that.
tough opponents.
I second that. But again, this won't be easy. This won't be as easy
Nope.
as people may think it will be. But
It'll be close.
I'm still going Naperville North in this
I'm going to
one.
go Naperville North as well, but this is
Yeah.
going to be a good game. North has only beaten Neuqua Valley 3 times in the Sean Drendel era. 3 times.
Well,
One in
I
2010, 2014, and 2021.
I mean the difference. What I feel is then North has going for them where Niqua doesn't is more consistent quarterback play. Jacob Bell has been more consistent than Kia Trong this year, who is Nico's starting quarterback. The receivers have gotten more separation and have made more splash plays. But again, this is a team where North really has to come out and squash their demons.
Exactly. Bill Ellinghaus is as beaten North at least 10 times at the helm.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this as well. I think
It's going
North.
to be close, but I see Naperville North winning it. But do not sleep on the Sneakwood team.
No, don't sleep on them. But I feel what also helps is that this is played at Naperville North.
That too.
Hmm.
And North hasn't beaten Equal at their place since 2014.
Okay, got a decade ago, so
2014 was the last time North beat Nequan on their own on its home turf.
well,
Last time North won at home against Nequa was 2014.
hey, never say die.
Exactly. Next game. Fenwick versus Bennett.
Oh boy, this is gonna be an offensive shootout, I feel.
I'm kind of leaning towards Fenwick on this one.
I'm leaning a little bit towards Fenwick too on this one. I think Bennett's gonna kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit now that they're playoff eligible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, Lions Township versus Downers Grove North. Another big test for the Trojans. I'm still picking the Trojans.
I'm still going with the Trojans. Lions Township is decent, but I'm still going with the Trojans.
Yep. Next game, Downers Grove South taking on a slowly up and coming Leiden team. Leiden
Mm,
is 4-2 on the year, taking on Downers Grove South, who's also 4-2. A battle of the 4-2 teams.
I'm going with the Mustangs though.
I'm going with the Mustangs too.
Leiden's been rising up just a little bit, but I'm going the Mustangs.
The Mustangs as well, but it should be a good game.
Hmm.
And next one, Wheaton South versus Lake Park. A matchup of a couple of 3-3 teams in the Duquesne Conference.
And
I'm
this
leaning
can
more towards Wheaton South.
Yeah, I'm going more towards Wien South on this one. This is going to be pivotal for both teams' playoff hopes, but I expect this to be a close one.
Yep. Next one, Wheaton North takes on Geneva.
I'm going Geneva on this one. I
I'm
What it
gonna
would
go
be
Geneva as well. This one and Taylor. Please make better choices after the game,
it would
or
be
at least
so
don't post that shit on your story. Let me start it there
it would
because I'm sure
be
you do other crazy shit too, but we don't need to see it.
no, we don't need to see it. We just keep it to yourself, man. But
Exactly. I don't care what you do after the game, but maybe don't post it.
it would be hilarious if Win North were to pull off a miraculous comeback win and
Yeah.
just
Oh, I love.
completely
Oh, we're gonna have a field day if that's the case.
Yeah, next week. I mean, Taylor, you better hope that karma is not a bitch in this game and doesn't bite you right in the ass like it did last week. So that's all where I'll leave it. But but yeah, you better hope karma doesn't slap you silly right in the face like you were slapping Batavia silly last week.
Yeah, that should be a good one, but I see Geneva winning. Next one, Lombard East versus West Chicago. I'm leading towards the Rams on this one.
Okay, we differ here. I'm going the Wildcats on this one.
Ooh, that'd be a big one for West Chicago if they can pull it off.
I'm riding with them. I'm going with
Yep.
them.
Next one, Ridgewood versus Glenbard South. Give me the Raiders. No bounce back and go to 5-2.
Yeah, I'm going the Raiders here on this one.
Last one, St. Viator versus Montini. You know what? The Broncos just picked up a big win last week. I'm taking the Broncos.
I'm gonna go Broncos too. I don't have too much faith in Cooper Kmet. I love his brother as a tight end, but sorry, I'm looking at the rest of the team as well.
Yeah, no, good choice right there. Yeah, that's going to be oh boy, that should be a good one.
Hmm.
To our IC City games of the week, we take a little trip out to Breese, Illinois. Breese Central versus Roxana. This Breese Central offense loves its passing game with Preston Baker passing for 15 touchdowns, 1,113 passing yards, several of those touchdowns to Griffin Becker.
Shh. Give me Brace. A team
Yeah, I'm going to take Breese as well.
all the way near St. Louis. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
Yep. And now, Matt, let's wrap up with our team of the week. My team of the week this week, Naperville Central. They prove that they are that team.
All right, you got Naperville Central going here. Uh, I am gonna take Naperville North. I've been loving what I've been seeing out of them all year, and they proved it on Friday night that Jacob Bell is ready. So, uh, I'm excited for Friday night's game, Nequa versus Naperville North. I know it may be a closer one than you may think, but I feel Jacob Bell's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Jacob Bell did not play good against Nequa Valley. Jacob Bell did not play good against Nequa Valley last season. Revenge game coming up. Just watch.
Yeah, it'll be a revenge game. It's gonna be close, but it's gonna be a revenge game for sure.
Yep. Well, I have Central at Matia.
Oh yeah,
Wonder how that's gonna go.
I mean, if anything, I would say I have North versus Niqua, and that North would win. But again, Niqua has not had a favorable schedule, so
Yep.
we'll see how that
All I'm
goes.
saying is that for that Matia Central game, all I know is that I probably will be the first one back at the station again.
Probably, you probably will. But I'll be right next to the station as well, so I'll be
Yeah,
second.
you won't be too far, but yeah, I probably will be the first one back.
You probably will be, unless either team does the unthinkable.
That'll be the day.
Yep, that'll be the day.
And that wraps up the show. Matt, another good episode of the DuPage Run and Shoot.
Hey, happy to be here. Happy to be reporting on this, and excited for the playoffs to start pretty soon.
I can't believe they're coming, man. I can't believe they're coming.
Hey, believe it. It's already here. It's already coming.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the DuPage Run and Shoot. We will see you next time.